My God, so many beautiful things in this life, in this world, can actually happen when you are motivated by the right person. My goodness, my gorgeous Torini, you're going to be motivated by somebody this month, and that motivation, it's gonna take you places. That motivation is gonna unlock something so powerful and something so sacred within. Never mind the fact that your number in numerology, it's number 3. Number 3, it's a very powerful number, especially when it comes to the actual month of March, because at the same time you do have like a 33 in numerology. For this month, your number is number 3. This is like an absolutely mind-blowing number in itself, because something is going to be unlocked within from the very 1st of March. And the fact that this is a March and then we have a 33 repeated, that in itself means that you are also going to have a mind-blowing experience in between the 21st and the 25th of March. This mind-blowing experience that you are going to have, it's going to open your eyes, but it's also going to show you how powerful you are when you follow. That's my microphone just fell down. How powerful you are when you follow like that, voice within, because that in itself is going to be direct result of you making a certain choice not that long ago that maybe lots of people in your life wouldn't kind of agree with, or lots of people in your life wouldn't be able to understand. But sometimes only we know, certain things about us purely through the way how it makes us feel, let alone the actual destination this is actually going to bring us. So my gorgeous Taurinis, when it comes to the month of March, not only you're gonna be so inspired by somebody who is so successful, who is in your life, who you kind of look up to. This could be somebody who is like literally your family member, or it could be your friend, or it could be somebody who you know really well, but it also could be somebody who you feel a mind-blowing connection with, somebody who you watch, somebody who you have been watching and following for such a long time. It can also play such a specific role in your life. So it's not only about being motivated, this is all about you making the most in life, you being open up and you doing what you want to do without slowing yourself down, by thinking negatively about certain aspects of your lives. Because if we keep on thinking negatively about certain aspects of our lives, then this in itself is going to work against us, because it's going to keep on slowing us down. So my gorgeous Taurus, not Erini. Sorry, my gorgeous Taurus, because I've just done Aries just before you. Sorry. So my gorgeous Taurus, you are actually going to be motivated like there is no tomorrow. And it's not only that, by the 17th of March, you're actually going to become aware of such an important opportunity. You are going to become aware of such an important opportunity. The opportunity, it's not going to come up in itself on the 17th of March, but only then and there you are going to really kind of become aware of this opportunity that is going to be the natural progression of that mind-blowing inspiration that you are going to have. When you become aware of this opportunity on the 17th of March, you must not let anything to put you off, because I do know that you are going to find this rather challenging for some reason. And when it comes to you finding this rather challenging for some reason, this is also going to be a sign. I know you're not going to like this, what I'm going to say, but it's also going to be a sign to really kind of you still need to work on some kind of addiction. Okay, so whether this is to do with it could be anything, it could be like cigarettes, it could be alcohol, it could be God knows what, but don't forget that addiction comes in so many different ways. So the only reason. So it could be like internet even, you know what I mean? It could be so many different things. So this is what you need to understand, that you are gonna also really still need to work on some kind of addiction, because that particular addiction is affecting you in such a way where it's just like kind of making your reality a little bit different, but it's also draining your energy without you even realizing, because at the time when you need to be strong and you need to be courageous, this particular addiction is like kind of bringing you down. So you need to come to the bottom of this. You need to work on this. You need to cut this out of your life immediately. And I know that sometimes it's not easy to deal with certain addictions immediately, but you just need to make that decision within yourself and be as honest as you possibly can. And you will see that there are going to be different revelations that are going to happen to you within the next 7 days after that moment in time. And you will see that there is an absolutely mind-blowing light at the end of the tunnel. What are you going to experience is going to remind you of that addiction anyway. So you will naturally know that you need to work on some kind of addiction as well. But going back to you becoming aware of this absolutely mind-blowing opportunity, you know, by the 17th of March or on the 17th of March, this is something that you need to be very much so responsible about. This is something that you're gonna need to be persistent, because it's telling me that this is when things are gonna become really confusing, because now you're gonna become aware of that opportunity, and there is a very much so the possibility, and you must not let this put you off, that the first time when you do have this opportunity, things are not gonna work out for the first time, but you still, so you will have that opportunity, and then you're going to take that opportunity on, and then you're going to realize something else is going to happen, and that's not going to work out. And this is going to be a sign for you that that's exactly sacred sign for you to be persistent and keep on doing this. Be persistent. Do not be put off by, you know, becoming aware of an opportunity, taking an opportunity on, and something is not going to work out. No. The first time it's not meant to work out, but it's more about your sign and indication that you have to be persistent, because you can absolutely do this, my gorgeous Taurini. The bottom line is that you are capable to do this, but most importantly, you will know this is going to mean to you so much, and almost as if like you're not even going to care that much about like a missing one opportunity. The second opportunity is going to be a big mama, but this just, it's going to bring all sorts of feelings and emotions within you, and you're going to feel a bit of an uncertain outlook how you're going to do this, because this is going to start like some kind of process of planning that is going to take off a lot of your energy, and you're going to find yourself like in a little bit of crossroads at the same time, because you are going to have an uncertain outlook, and then something is going to happen, some kind of idea you're going to have within the next 2 or 3 days after that moment in time, and that idea that you are going to have, like this is going to make you feel instantly very active and determined now, because this is to do with, on one hand, things that you're experienced about, but on another hand, it's to do with things that you want to explore, and knowing that if you don't do this, you're not going to be able to move on with your life. And you know, you kind of like also going to realize, you know what, I need to do this, because it's going to become obvious to you why for so long you had maybe certain difficulties when it comes to starting new projects, my gorgeous Taurini. So this is why this is going to be so significant and so important indeed. And look, when I shuffle this oracle cards, my gorgeous Taurini, when I shuffle these oracle cards, and when I just completely connect to the month of March, okay, look at this. You're about to start a journey. It's about travel. It's about change. It's about journey. But it's also going to need from you to make the relevant adjustment. And that in itself, it's also going to really pretty much so you are going to give a birth to some kind of creation here. You're also going to give a birth to some kind of creation. my gorgeous Taurinis. And that in itself, look at this, it's all going to boil down to the actual sign from the spirit that you are going to have precisely on the 11th of March. On the 11th of March, there is going to be a sign that you are going to have. Very unusual, very bizarre, very strange sign. And the sign that you are going to have on the 11th of March, it's also clearly going to show you exactly what do you need to commit yourself to. My goodness, this is going to be so important, because at the same time it's going to bring so much peace and healing energy into your lives. When it comes to the actual nutrition, I will tell you the same thing, my gorgeous Taurini. It's very important for you to keep on taking natural vitamin D3. Natural vitamin D3, it's going to boost your immune system, but it's going to be ridiculously important when it comes to your sensitive bones, in combination with natural zinc picolinate. A zinc picolinate is a highly absorbable version of zinc, and it works absolutely brilliantly in combination with natural vitamin D3 when it comes to boosting your immune system, but also when it comes to skin, hair and nails as well. And the third thing that I would like to recommend to you, it would be organic chlorella. It's a mind-blowing supplement because it has got omega-3 essential fatty acids, which on one hand will be super beneficial for your brain, for your mind, for your memory, but on another hand it's also going to boost your immune system, and on top of that it's going to do something remarkable. And what is that? It's going to detoxify your body from all the dangerous metals. That dangerous metals absolutely everywhere, in the sky, in the soil, in the ground. Dangerous metals are everywhere. They're affecting us in a really bad way, and ultimately they do prevent our body from absorbing very much so important nutrition. And this is why it's important to actually, detoxify our body from all these dangerous metals. You better believe this. So now, my gorgeous Taurini, you see this is zinc picolinate. Hello. My own brand, of course. I had to come up with my own brand because I didn't trust the actual supplements out there anymore myself, because they're filled with chemicals, with fillers, with nasty things, and they were impure really. So these are made with high exceptional quality ingredients, and they're suitable for vegetarians and vegans. And that's natural vitamin D3. So natural zinc picolinate, D3, and organic chlorella, it's here as well. If you would like to buy these vitamins, which I highly recommend, you can see the link in the description below, or you can simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and my page is gonna come up that way as well. And something that I need to say to you, that if you are on any other medications, if you are pregnant, if you are breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. So now, going on the very 1st and the 2nd of March, on the very 1st and the 2nd of March, I need you to pay attention to what is going to be on your mind the very first thing in the morning, on the 1st and the 2nd of March, because your answer, huge and ongoing answer, is going to be answered. You are going to have an answer to an ongoing problem, and it's not that you didn't have this answer before, but now this is going to feel completely different. Suddenly you are going to have this sense of like, you need to do this. And even if you're doing some kind of a risk, even if you're like kind of finding this, oh my god, I'm paranoid, I'm scared, you're going to be surprised how adamant you're actually going to feel about this. My suggestion is like to just go for it, because this is coming from somewhere else, but it's also giving you a flavor of you being worried about something, but also giving you flavor of knowing that it is not gonna be negative or bad or nasty or anything like that. So you will know that something that was worrying you so much of doing or making a certain move, that there is nothing to worry about. So it's all about understanding that sometimes in life life. Yeah, sometimes in life we do need to make a risk, not to make a risk, we do need to take a risk sometimes in life, indeed. And this is something that it's going to be very sacred to you, very personal, but you will know that it's like kind of some kind of a path that you need to kind of get yourself on like immediately. By the time you get to the actual 5th of March, on the 5th of March, you are going, this is important because you are going to have a new possibility how to actually deal with something that was preoccupying you for so long, some kind of preoccupation here that made you struggle. And that preoccupation happened and made you struggle only because within the last 5 months you made the wrong choice. Okay, you made the wrong choice, which doesn't really matter. It's all about you. I'm saying it doesn't matter because now you are going to have this new possibility. On one hand, you're going to have a new possibility which is going to put so much light on this situation, but on another hand, your own level of understanding, it's going to make you aware there is something very specific that you've actually learned within the last 5 months, and that in itself is going to be on your mind, and it's going to make you aware of the fact how different you are, but it's also going to make you aware of you wanting to learn something and dig into something much deeper. This what you are going to have on your mind that you want to learn more about and find out more about, dig a little bit deeper. You need to understand that is going to bring you like so much recognition, that is going to make you feel so good about yourself in only 22 weeks time. That is going to bring an ultimate change in your life through your own capability, but at the same time you're going to find this extremely rewarding. What you're going to do here, it's also going to like kind of bring admiration from the people that you want to be admired by. So that can go like and reflect on so many different aspects of your life, but it's going to give you the actual importance of like, you know, how important this is to you and to your life. Don't worry, this is going to be absolutely obvious to you, my gorgeous Taurini, indeed. And also, what else I was going to recommend you, look at this absolutely beautiful, gorgeous silicone. Look how beautiful this is. And you know what? Because this is so powerful, because it absorbs a huge amount of negative energy, especially if you feel stressed, if you feel nervous, if you feel negative, if you feel like anxious, if you feel uneasy. You know, it brings feeling of lightness and sense of serenity. It creates a clear heart connection with the divine. So it really kind of helps you to open your heart, but it also helps you to understand certain aspects of your life and yourself that you don't understand. And most importantly, it's going to help you to understand people who you don't understand, you know. And this is something that is really going to kind of recenter you, ground you as soon as you put this on. It's brilliant. And you know, when you feel like paranoid, or you feel negative, or you don't feel 100%, but you need to do something so important to you, this really helps you to come out of yourself. It's very gentle, but it's also very powerful and very strong indeed. So when your head is buzzing with so much like kind of going on maybe in your life, but you need to concentrate on things that you need to do, of course, that if so much is going on in your life, then you're not as good maybe as you could be, you see, because your mind is somewhere else. This just helps you to keep the focus, you know, relevant towards things that you should keep focused towards. So this gorgeous silicone, it comes with sterling. Look how beautiful it is. It comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. And you know, if you also know someone to buy this that could benefit from it, just go for it. You know, you're gonna make someone's day, months, years, you know, by buying them this, like same as buying to yourself. Now, the second important date is going to be on the actual 10th of March. Now, on the 10th of March, you are going to have something very unexpected unexpected it's actually going to happen. What you're going to hear and what you're going to become aware of, it's going to blow you away. Not because what are you going to hear, but how you're actually going to feel about this. So now this in itself, it's really kind of also, it's not only about an unexpected situation, it's more about some kind of issue and some kind of problem. It's also kind of going to come to an end on the 10th of March. So this is important. On the 10th of March, an unexpected situation, something very unexpected is going to happen. And this is going to happen in a form of you understanding that some kind of problem that you thought this will never go away, you will understand that this bastard is on its way out. Okay, and that in itself, it's gonna bring control into your life. This balance, this energy you're gonna feel on the 10th of March, it's gonna be remarkable. This is a big mama energy, but at the same time, it's about you finally having control back over your life. It's about strength, it's about courage, you know, because you did have quite few different rather weird experiences over the last 2 or 3 years. There were a few different weird experiences that shaped your life for like 2 or 3 years onwards, you know, after that moment in time, because, you know, there were specific things that happened to you, not only one, quite a few different weird experiences, and also you were going through something very, very personal, some kind of personal change that now you were reflecting on so many other things in life where you were going through some kind of personal change as well. So this was affecting you, you know, and it was affecting you so much. So this is why this is going to be brilliant, because it's bringing the whole new energy into your life, okay? And that in itself, it's also on the 10th of March going to make you aware of like the fact how much you are missing the specific people or a specific person in your life, how much you want to reconnect with somebody. And this is somebody who's like a family member, or it's like a friend who you haven't seen for a long time. There was like some kind of a bickering or some kind of in between you two, and maybe you just went a separate direction. So now you will realize how pointless was all that. Some kind of grudge is just literally going to disappear, and through that grudge you're going to see the beauty and honesty with those people in your life who you mean the most to, and vice versa as well. And the last important date, my gorgeous, no, third important, how many dates do I have? Third important date is going to be on the 23rd of March. Before I go there, my goodness, what's wrong with me? No, nothing, well, everything, whatever. Yeah, see here, my gorgeous Torini, look at this, absolutely gorgeous, a crazy lace jasper. I mean, look how beautiful this is. I don't know if you can see how beautiful these crystals are, and they're also remarkable because they really help you to connect with yourself, and they help you to it helps you a lot to highlight things within that you should be working on that needs your attention. So as soon as you put this on, like kind of almost immediately, it's like kind of like really opens your eyes, but it immediately like kind of makes you think. It makes you really sharp, it makes you really quick, it makes you really smart, it makes you really clever, and on top of that it opens you up, you know, so you talk like really nicely, especially like around people who maybe sometimes you're like too paranoid to talk around because of their strong energy, you know. And this is why this crazy lace jasper is just so important, you know, because at the same time it wards off an evil eye, and it brings joy, and it absorbs emotional pain. This is absolutely brilliant, especially if we are going through something very negative, very dark, very strange, and if something is affecting us emotionally, this immediately brings the right balance back. And what I was going to say before, why so magical this crystal, because you could feel in like negative, down, dark, and this and that. However you feel, it doesn't matter. As soon as you put this on, you feel a different energy, and then you just concentrate. You touch it like this with your hands, you concentrate a little bit, and it's just going to show you the way, what you need to work on, which direction to take. And sometimes you're surprised, oh my god, I just wear this and I just close my eyes and I think, oh, I'm just having this on my mind. You just follow with what you have on your mind, and this is a very strong sign and indication that this is the path that you should take, you know. So it really highlights the things that you should be doing at the time when things may be really chaotic, or we are working on so many things and we just lose the sense of what should kind of take a priority and what shouldn't. This gorgeous crazy lace jasper comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. Now the third important date, it's going to be on the 23rd of March. On the 23rd of March, you are just, my goodness, you're gonna make such a wise choice. You're gonna do something so wise here. It's like, oh my god, you're going to make such a wise choice on the 23rd of March, and that in itself, it's all about your practicality. It's all about you kind of feeling like restrained for so long. So now that choice, it's all going to be about a wise choice. It's all going to be down to your own bravery, because you will know that you are going to need to make this move and make this step. This in itself is going to show your strength. This in itself is going to show your own capacity. You have to trust yourself, okay? So it's about making an important step, but again, at the same time, you are going to find this a little bit risky. And somebody who hasn't been in your life for an absolute ages, I don't know, sometimes people can disappear for a while and then they just pop back. Somebody's about to pop back into your life as well, and so that particular person who's going to pop back into your life, who's about to re-enter your life, it's going to be extremely honest with you, and what they're going to tell you is like kind of which adjustment do you need to make. And when they tell you which adjustment do you need to make, you will understand, oh my god, that's exactly what I was doing, exactly what I was thinking, exactly what was on my mind. So that in itself is going to give you a clear indication and idea that you know how to do this, or why you should do this, and an importance of it. So most importantly, how you're going to get there. This is going to give you an idea, because you will know which adjustment do you need to make. So it's to do with somebody who's about to pop back into your life, but somebody who's very smart, very clever, and very experienced, and somebody who's not like kind of scared to enter certain waters, you know, somebody very unusual, but somebody also very inspirational in so many different ways. I'm talking about somebody who was like kind of out of your life for a while, and that person is about to pop back into your life, and at the same time is going to make a mind-blowing impact, and you will see and you will realize that you know how certain things in life really happen when they are meant to happen, you know, in the best possible way, because you are going to find this enlightening. You are going to find this enlightening because it is in itself going to start bringing healing energy into your life, and that in itself, it's also going to help you to move on with your life, of course, towards the right direction. The last important date, my gorgeous Taurini, it's going to be on the 27th of March. And now on the 27th of March, you need to push yourself. You need to push yourself a little bit, because you're going to be working on something. You're going to be working on something very specific, and you will be so happy with an outcome. It's fantastic. Well done. You will be working on something really specific. You will see pretty much so an amazing progress that you've made, my gorgeous Taurini. But at the same time, you need to understand that, you know, how do I say this? It's fantastic. You're working on something. You made a really big progress. You're going to feel really pleased with yourself, but it's not over. It's not over, my gorgeous Taurini. It's not over. So you still need to put more extra effort towards something that you think or that you thought, it came to an end, if that makes sense. I really hope that makes sense. So on the 27th of March, the bottom line is, it's going to be highlighted where do you need to put more effort towards. This is so important. This in itself, it's also like kind of this is an important sign for you that you need to put more energy towards something, because this is going to lead towards an advancement in your life, towards a very special spiritual journey. But at the same time, this is also like kind of going to indicate the process of change in your life. Very soon after that moment in time, you're going to realize like a new desires, and like a new desires, and through, by you realizing new desires, you're going to realize like, oh my God, there is so much that changed over the last 2 or 3 years, and so many things that have been on your mind over the last 2 or 3 years, so many things that you wanted to learn about, so many things that inspired you. You forgot about them really quickly. So now this is all going to start bouncing back as well. The certain things that have already been on your mind, but only now you're ready to take them on. So this is all about you realizing certain desires, but at the same time understanding that you need to commit yourself to them, because I know that what's going to be on your mind, like, oh my God, this is going to take a lot from me, but it's just part of your spiritual journey that you need to fulfill at this stage of your life. You take this on, you do this, and this May and June are going to be the most powerful 2 months of your entire life. So it's all about what's happening in March, and it's all about you following your intuition. It's all about you working on those parts of your life that make you feel addicted. It's all about you working on your fears, and it's all about you pushing forward, and it's all about you being brave, strong, and trusting yourself, and understanding that sometimes in this life we do need to kind of like do things that scare us a little bit, especially when it comes to us not feeling brave enough to make the certain moves. Sometimes we need to kind of make certain decisions that can be on the borderline of like, oh my God, this is a really brave move, this is a really brave move that makes us feel like, oh my God, it's a risky move. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Sometimes in this life we do need to do things that makes us feel like we're doing something risky, and this is all about breaking through in life and going forward, and inspecting the water, and just like kind of like, if you don't jump in the water, you're never going to learn how to swim, my gorgeous Torini. So now most certainly it's time for you to jump in the water indeed. So now, my gorgeous Torini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in I knew that this is going to happen. Did you see this? My plant just fell. My plant just fell because I've changed the rooms, although it looks the same to you, but because I've changed my rooms, the plant just fell down. Doesn't matter. It's a good sign. It's a good sign for my gorgeous Torini. Yeah. So it means that something is going to unfold really quickly. And especially for those of you who are single and ready to mingle, I do have a really good news. And this means that the things are going to happen just out of the blue, like really quick. You see, because the little baby plantini just fell down at the time when I was just going to say, or I was saying that this reading now is going to be for those of you in relationship and those of you that are single. So now, for those of you in relationship, this is a very important stage. You are both going to need to have an important conversation. You're going to need to talk. You're going to need to sort some kind of problem out. You're going to need to sort some difference out, because that particular problem and difference, has something that happened in between you and your partner not that long ago, an important conversation that karmically you need to finish. It needs to come to an end. You need to make an important decision, and that it's almost as if maybe you had a bit of an argument and something was left unresolved. And what was left unresolved, my gorgeous Torini, now it's going to bounce back into your life, and it's going to dominate your life. It's not that it's going to dominate your life, but you're not able to, both of you are not able to kind of like concentrate and do what you need to do, because that was like kind of left unresolved, and you couldn't have worked on part of your life that started taking over and dominate your life. So now, my gorgeous Taurini, important moment is for those of you in relationship is that you are actually going to be able to like work on something very specific, but it's going to happen only at like when it comes to this month, you know, that problem that was left in the past, like some kind of argument and something was left unresolved. It's important for you to resolve this, and you will see that this is going to pop back, and you might this month, and you may have like a little bickering, but now the important thing is sometimes this bickering is needed, because most certainly this is going to be very productive, because that particular bickering, it's also going to sort that problem out. So and so something that was left unresolved at the time when you had a little argument, so this is going to lead towards you both having the relevant balance and back, and what that relevant balance is going to do, only within the next like a week or so after that moment in time, you are really going to have your power back as the couple. And that in itself, it's really kind of it's all about the power of understanding. It's all about the power of cooperation. And that is going to bring this beautiful harmony back in between you two. And this in itself is going to help you to make a progress on something that is starting to dominate your life in a negative way. So this is going to be brilliant, because you will be able to work on a direct problem now. Absolutely fantastic. This is important because it was affecting you from doing what you both wanted to do in an absolute ages. So now, after this moment in time, nothing, my gorgeous Taurini, is going to stand in your way. And for those of you who are single and ready to like, hello my gorgeous, for those of you who are single and ready to mingle, now suddenly at around the 15th of March, you will really have this respect for not knowledge, but you will not a respect for knowledge, but now suddenly you will want to kind of go somewhere, or you will want to do something, and this in itself is going to involve you being surrounded by the people, or you going somewhere regularly, and that is also pretty much so going to really kind of it's also some kind of new idea that you are going to have at the same time. So this in itself, it's more about it around the 15th of March, my gorgeous Taurini. It's more about this idea and realization that you are going to have. And the idea and realization that you are going to have at around the 15th of March, it's more about you deciding to go somewhere or deciding to do something, but at the same time, it's to do with like a learning something very specific about yourself as well, and you are going to learn something very, very specific about yourself as well. So for the love of God, when you have this idea and realization on the 15th of March, if you do want to find someone, if you do want to let someone into your life, when it comes to that idea and realization, for the love of God, just go for it. Maybe this is to go somewhere where you used to go. Maybe this is to go to the certain place like regularly. Maybe this is to go to the gym somewhere. Maybe it's to go like swimming somewhere. Maybe it's to go like somewhere to take some kind of class somewhere. It is going to evolve you learning something as well at the same time about yourself, if that makes sense. Well, when you have that particular idea, just you need to understand that this is going to put you in touch with someone very, very special, someone very, very interesting, someone very powerful in so many different ways. And I say very powerful is because you are going to come across this person who is going to inspire you, who's going to be like maybe like a friend to start with, and then things are going to start changing quicker and quicker and quicker. One stage is going to lead to another stage, but it's more about you getting on with that person and liking that person, but you're not going to fancy that person from the start, from the beginning. It's more about the conversation and falling in love with that person slowly but surely, but then that person is going to feel feel exactly the same as well. So this is something that is going to be really magical and really wonderful, because it's not about you fancying that person and liking that person physically immediately. No, baby, no. It's more about you sharing some kind of similar experience, sharing the similar way of thinking, sharing the similar way of life, and that is going to make you feel really happy. And the more you talk, the more you're going to like this person, and those people are very, very special, you know, who we like when it happens in that particular way. So you will know that this is someone really special, but at the same time it is to do with the romance, it is to do with this beautiful harmony that you are going to have, it is to do with someone who like is thinking like you, but it's also bringing this peace and tranquility into your life. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Very soon you will feel like you knew this person for like years, when you only know this person for like about a week, for example. It's like, oh my god. Okay, my gorgeous Torini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.